Hey guys, it's Siobhan. Welcome back to my channel. So I decided to record like a bit of a life updates for you guys just to keep you, I guess, up with what's going on with me. So one of the first things is I have 3 months left of school. Well, not 3 months. Let me rephrase that. I have 3 semesters left of school. I have the summer semester, the fall semester, and spring, and then I will have graduated as long as everything goes right with my bachelor's in health science as well as a certificate in health promotion. So I'm really looking forward to that just because I really want to learn like more in depth about what we put in our bodies and how it affects us, and also I guess how we can better take care of ourselves. I'm really looking forward to that. So I guess that leads into thing number 2 and 3. Let me just start with I guess 2 first because 3 is going to take a little bit longer. So number 2, I've mentioned this in a previous video, and I guess I'm going to tell you guys again. I have decided to go ahead and take yoga teacher training. Now I don't know if I'm going to want to seriously become a teacher and teach in front of people, because as odd as it seems, since I have no problem talking to the camera, I actually have a fear of public speaking. I feel like I'm a deer in the headlights, and I have a hard time talking to groups of people in public. Now, what's nice is the yoga studio that I'm at, the most is ever 14 people, but 14 people to me is actually too much. I lose my shit. I lose my cool, and I feel like I can't talk, and it just gets really hard for me to function. So I'm looking forward to that because I believe they're actually supposed to teach you how to teach people. So maybe that'll help with my whole fear of public speaking. Alright, so the next things I guess I'm going to show you, and it's because I feel like this needs to be said. I am actually working on healing myself from past traumas. And I realize my voice sounds very sad or whatever, but I'm working on healing myself from past traumas. I mentioned in my last lifestyle videos, I have dealt with some really shitty people and traumatic things happen in my life. I have been bartered or sold in exchange for gas money, for a sexual favor. I have been molested by a cousin as well as, people that I went to school with. I have just dealt with a lot of shitty people in regards to who I am as a person and how it has shaped me as a person. And I don't want to carry that energy around with me anymore. I don't want to constantly feel like I am not able to 100% express myself sexually, and I don't want to feel, I just don't want to keep that around with me anymore. And I realize going forward in my relationships, both with my boyfriend and my family members and co-workers and everything, I don't want to constantly have this negative energy just sitting on my chest. And so I want to heal myself. Now I do, when I go to yoga class, our yoga teachers do give us a little bit of Reiki, which I really think helps, but I do actually want to full on and go in for a full on Reiki session and see if that helps me. But I'm also on my own working with this oracle deck, and just hit myself in the face, and my black obsidian yoni egg to try to help me release a lot of that negative sexual energy that I feel like is locked into place with me. Oh God. So I really just want to help diminish that, get rid of it. I don't think it'll ever, well, maybe it will one day go away, but I don't want to keep it locked into me to where it's something that's always held really close to me, if that makes sense. I don't want to constantly push people away and not be able to have the full expression of a relationship with somebody because of stuff that I've had in my past. I don't even remember where the hell I was going with my last thing. Oh, last thing, and I'm going to say this and everybody's going to look at me funny, but it is what it is. So over the course of the next year, 2 years, whatever, however long it takes, I am planning on going plant-based. Now, realize I said plant-based and not vegan, because some of the things that I own, or some of the things that I'm probably still going to end up using as far as well, I don't know about skincare and stuff, but as far as at least shoes and stuff, are probably still going to be possibly animal derived. And while some people out there are really willing to do the time and the effort and the research to find out who does what, right now I am not in the position to be spending $275 on a pair of vegan leather snow boots. So that's not necessarily an option for me. I own a pair of Timberlands, but they were also bought for me. So maybe I don't buy the things myself, but maybe other people will buy them for me, and I'm not going to force people to spend more money to do something that makes me happy, or so I am going plant-based now. That means I will be cutting out chicken and turkey, which is chicken, turkey, and fish, which is the only meat that I eat, as well as eventually eggs, cheese, butter, milk. So I actually don't drink regular cow's milk anyway. I only have cheese maybe once in a blue moon, and that's like there's nothing else left in the house. And somehow we may not have like regular food, but we'll still have cheese and crackers. I don't know how my grandfather and Nana have managed to live like that. But so we always have cheese and crackers. So eventually that means I'll be giving up cheese and crackers, and I will be switching what I've been eating, which I'm really looking forward to, and I'm apprehensive at the same time. Now then, if you don't know, before last year, no, I take that back. In the spring of 2015, I went vegan. Or no, I take that back. I went vegetarian. And I didn't realize with not having meat, I would need to consume more. And I wasn't getting the essential nutrients, the protein, the amino acids, whatever, to keep my body strong. So I take that back. So it was like the late fall of 2014, because in spring of 2015 I got sick. And when I say I got sick, I mean no, oh my god, my timeline is so off. I was right the first time. Spring of 2015, because spring of 2016, which was my last semester at my old school, I got really sick. So fall of 2015, dear god, I can't keep my shit straight. I got really, really, really sick to the point to where I used to be 35 pounds, and with the amount of food that I wasn't getting, I might have been getting 2 meals a day, and one was like a salad and the other one was like some sort of pasta dish to like try to bring in something somewhere. So with those 2 meals a day, within about 3.5 months, I went from 135 pounds to 118. You could see it in my face a lot, and you could see it when I took my clothes off, specifically on my top half. I still maintained my booty somehow, but you could see across my chest and in my face that I looked sick. And right around January, when I was going to try to go full on vegan with my friend Patrice, my body was like, no, just no, whatever you're trying to do, no. So I ended up, at one point I had the stomach virus. So for about a week, I was sleeping on the floor of my bathroom. It was coming out of me both ways, and that was awful. The following week, I had the flu. And it just compounded itself on like one thing on top of the other on top of the other. Like, I did not fully get healthy until that fall. Because fall was the first semester that I actually laid eyes on my boyfriend. So fall of 2015 is when I was dealing with a very shitty roommate situation, and that was the first time that I started going to the school that I'm at now, which is where I met my boyfriend. But so I am really worried about trying to go plant-based, because I don't want to go that way and hurt myself again, if that makes sense. I don't want to get rid of something or take something out of my diet or whatever and end up sick. That is the one thing that I'm super worried about, is because that took so much out of me physically and emotionally, between dealing with the shitty ex-boyfriend that I had, who was already bashing me for wanting to go vegetarian, to being sick from not getting enough food, and then when I started incorporating meat back into my diet, so my mom was like, Siobhan, you probably need to eat meat because you're not getting enough. So then I was sick from trying to reincorporate the meat back into my system. So I'm really worried about that. But I realize there's so many benefits, both for the environment and for my physical body, that will happen when I make this transition. So what I'm going to try to do is like go meat free 1 or 2 days a week. And I also am planning to do that whole Beyonce food delivery thing and see if that works. I'm probably only going to do that once or twice because it's expensive. But I plan on trying that, and to see if that gives me like the kickstart that I need. Now I'm also looking for like a little like plant-based vegan community or whatever of people that are going to be like help me and give me the motivation. My boyfriend says eventually he will make that step with me, but probably when we live together, because when you live with your family, you kind of are forced to eat what's in the house. And my grandmother and my grandfather are never going to go vegan or plant-based. I just know it. So, because even when I was vegetarian, cooking meals, because I was the one that cooked, was hard because I had to cook for myself as well as her. So it would start out, I would make spaghetti, and then I'd have to pull everything out that I wanted to have for myself, and then fix everything else with the meat in it for her. And so, like, you can't use the same, like, cooking utensils or everything. So I need a small community, so it'd be great if you guys were gonna, like, help me support me, because I need that support. I realize if I don't have support, I tend to lose motivation for something really quickly. So, yeah, I don't know. I still feel kind of like weepy or whatever from what I told you guys earlier. But so those are the biggest changes that I'm planning to incorporate now. I do know I plan to take the vegan thing over, or the plant-based thing, and stretch it out, because when I try to just drop stuff cold turkey and don't have a good, like, stuff set into place to help me, is when I know things are going to go wrong. But I'm looking forward to everybody's words of encouragement, wisdom, and I'm just looking forward to making changes in my life, both as far as healing myself emotionally and getting through school and moving, because I have to move out of Delaware. We don't have a Whole Foods. But yeah, so that's going to be everything, and I look forward to talking to you guys next time. Yeah. Bye, guys.